Now, you know, I cook a lot, but I gotta be honest, my family and I, we eat out a lot as well. And this week we tried the Olive Garden 3 meat sauce, and I gotta be honest, it was really good. But I couldn't wait to get my ingredients and run home, because guess what? We're gonna execute this recipe tonight, and let me let you in on a little secret. I think it's gonna be even better than Olive Garden's. So with that being said, let's get it. I did say to you guys 3 meat sauce. So we're gonna be adding 2 additional meats. I'm not gonna add any oil, for obvious reasons, right? 20% grease. Just gonna go ahead and continue breaking it up. I'm also gonna add some of my casing-free Johnsonville premium sausage. I'm gonna add about half the pack. It's gonna cook down so perfectly, because not to mention you're gonna get some of those intertwined flavors from the ground pork as well. If you've never had ground beef and ground pork burgers, you're definitely missing out. Those two combined, so delicious. It just creates this moistness in the beef. Oh my goodness. After about 3 to 5 minutes, everything is looking perfect so far. We have pepperoni sliced, and we also have pepperoni cut into 4s. Whoa, about to lose the little guy. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and add some of the pepperoni, simply because pepperoni is fatty and oily, and I want the pepperoni to render in order to get some of that excess oil as well, because once we go through the straining process, I can go ahead and, you know, get rid of some of that oil. However, I am gonna leave some of the pepperoni out, simply because I'm going to be adding it to the sauce, because pepperoni offers a lot of flavor. I want the flavor from the pepperoni to intertwine into our beautiful meat sauce later on. If you want to go ahead and add all of the pepperoni to extract all of that excess oil, you definitely can. I am not using the little sliced pepperonis that you would find on pizza. I'm actually using the pepperoni sausage. This is what it looks like. It's almost like hard salami, so that way it's much easier to cut it based on the size that you prefer, whether if you want to go ahead and dice it up or even cut it in slices. It's so much easier that way. Now, if you have the thinly sliced pepperoni in the refrigerator and you want a reason to use it, you can use that as well. I'm going to go in with some paper towels, dabbing the excess oil out of the pan. Remove the sausage and pepperoni from the pan and place it into a medium-sized bowl. We're going to cook our onions down until they become slightly translucent. All of those beautiful brown bits that's sitting at the bottom of the pan are going to literally hug our onions, and it's going to coat our onions, and our onions are going to be beautiful. They're going to look just like this, golden brown and pretty. All right, once you got that going, let's add our green bell peppers. If you have red bell peppers, you can add red bell peppers. They're going to work perfectly fine, just as good. I'm going to keep moving it around the pan because I want to pick up as many flavors as possible. Let's add our finely chopped garlic. Stir that up as well. So far, it smells amazing. Oh my goodness. I'm going to deglaze the bottom of the pan. This is a red wine that we bought from the farm. The local farm last year, as a matter of fact. I can't believe all that time that it was sitting there. And this is so good, to be honest. Both my husband and myself, the kids were sipping on apple cider, and we ended up drinking this bottle of red wine at our local farm. I think this farm was Weed Orchard in upstate New York. So good, so good. Next up is going to be our tomato sauce. Grab your favorite brand of tomato sauce, add it to the mix. We need about 15 ounces, so I'm gonna add 2 cans. Give it a good stir. Add some San Marzano crushed tomatoes. I also wanted to have a nice texture when it comes down to the tomatoes. I went ahead and chopped up some plum tomatoes. Now, just in case you're wondering, it's the San Marzano plum tomatoes. These guys right here. And I think they're gonna make the sauce taste even better. You know what? I'm gonna actually cut some big chunks of tomatoes and add it to the sauce. I was gonna add some grated carrots for a slight note of sweetness. But I checked the refrigerator and I didn't have any carrots. So that is gonna stay out, but that is an option. If you wanna sweeten up your sauce slightly, you can add some finely chopped or grated carrots and cook them down with the bell peppers, onions, and garlic before adding the sauce. About 2 tablespoons. This is tomato paste with basil. So it's infused. Gonna give it a good mix. Make sure everything is perfectly combined. Because I'm not adding the grated carrots, I'm gonna add a little bit of brown sugar. And no, I'm not making the sauce sweet. It's just to balance out the acidity factors in the sauce. Gonna add a pinch of salt and ground black pepper. Gonna add some red crushed chili flakes for a little of flavor, along with 3 bay leaves. These are small. If you want to add maybe 2 large ones, you definitely can. Some fresh basil. Let's add some dried basil. I'm gonna add a good amount because I'm a basil lover. Add some dried thyme, okay? Give it a nice herby flavor. And let's add some dried oregano as well. Stir it on in. Let's add our meat back to the pan, yes. Let's get that meat back on over here. Come here, meat. Add all of the ground beef, sausage, and pepperoni. And we're gonna fold it into the sauce. Make sure the meat is submerged. All right, we are looking good so far. At this point in time, we're also gonna add some beef bouillon powder. Our remaining pepperoni, get that incorporated with our sauce. Gonna fold that in as well. And because I have so much parsley, why not? I want the flavors from the parsley to cook into the sauce as well. And of course, I'm gonna save some for later for garnishing. But in the meanwhile, we're gonna lower our flame, cover it down with the lid. We're gonna cook our sauce for maybe about 30 to 35 minutes or maybe even 40 minutes. But the longer you cook it, the better it's gonna taste. Towards the last 15 minutes of the cooking process, I'm gonna start my pasta, get that cooked up. To our hot water, we're gonna add some salt because our pasta is bland and we're trying to get all of the flavors infused into the pasta as it's boiling. We're gonna cook our pasta until it's al dente or as per the recommended cooking time on the package. Check out the colors, right? You see how the colors, it's not like that bright red tone that we had going on prior to us making this dish. Now it's just nothing but deep, rich burgundy color. I went ahead and boiled some spaghetti. Find a spoon on some of our delicious green meat sauce, baby. Oh my goodness gracious. Ooh, this is good. This is real good. All right, this would not be Olive Garden inspired if we did not have our Parmesan cheese. So I'm gonna use my zester. Just look at how the cheese is melting into the sauce because the sauce is nice and hot. Oh my goodness, just take it in. This is gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. And I know it's gonna taste even better. Fresh basil leaf, and that's it, my loves. Dinner is served. Taste test time, my loves. The flavors are perfect. While the meat sauce was cooking, I gave it a quick taste and I went ahead and added some of my Cooking with Tammy all-purpose chicken seasoning. Now here's the thing, even though it says chicken seasoning, it could be used for just about any and everything. Nevertheless, it doesn't even have chicken ingredients, but it definitely brought out an element of flavor along with the red wine, giving it that depth of flavor. Not to mention, I'm getting the flavors from the pepperoni as well. All of the meats paired together perfectly. I gotta be honest, Olive Garden, sorry to announce the news, but Tammy outdid you. This, my loves, is definitely a go-to recipe. It's absolutely delicious. Yes, it's similar to a bolognese, but not quite. And that's about it, my loves. Give this recipe a try. Let me know what you think because it's going to be so well worth it. Not to mention, as the fall weather, you know, we have that transition in weather. This right here is going to be so heartwarming and delicious. My goodness. Talk to you later. Bye, guys.